Probably one of the markers that I use the most is the solid paint marker, also known as the streaker. A lot of people know brands like Sakura. These Sipa brand that you can find on Alibaba is pretty good too. I prefer the Art Primo white over the Sakura white because this one is a little bit more stiff and like doesn't write as smooth. This one is like very creamy and buttery, but for some reason with the Sakura black, this one is smooth. And I like this one, but I don't like the white. Kind of strange. All the other colors too, like the green is pretty good. But there's a problem. Whenever it's wet, whenever it's raining, these are virtually useless. When there's fog and there's condensation on every metal surface, every train, every light pole, these are not usable at all. The only thing that's stepped in and saved the day is, you guessed it, the Markal Paint Stick B. Now these things are cheap, relatively available everywhere. They've been being made for years and years and years. And a lot of people don't like these because they're not as smooth and they don't perform as well as these in terms of like laying down a line and being buttery and things like that. But I think under the right conditions and if you know how to use these properly, they can be just as good. A lot of times of the year, I can't use anything other than this. And here's a white, although it may look a little yellow. That's just because of the layer that forms on the outside if it's left to dry. You always have to scrape that off and rub it off when you're ready to use it. And so the way that these work, obviously, is, as you know, it's a paint stick inside of a slitted cardboard container. Now they make a lot of containers that you can put these in. They make like these little plastic things that hold these, and it also keeps them from scabbing over by being exposed to air. And it's a nice little carrying case and whatever, but those are expensive sometimes and they're hard to find, and it's just kind of like the simplicity of this is great. And so if we could keep the simplicity of this, this would be awesome. So this is how it works. And as you use it, you have to sort of push it up, right? The only problem with that is sometimes it slides around and you've got gaps here and all that kind of thing. So that guy over on his channel, Skiz Graffiti, I believe his name is, he came up with the idea, or he heard from someone else, I don't know, somebody floated the idea of putting rubber band around it, and that gives it tension and it holds it in, right? So when you do that, even if there's some missing all the way up to like probably here, you can hold this little cardboard handle on here, little cardboard case, and you can continue to use it without getting it on your hands. These have been used in the field, and I just keep them in a Ziploc bag. This is what I use on trains, and they're perfect for that, just absolutely perfect. And you can see that they have some use, right? And this is holding up nicely. The rubber band holds it perfectly in place. This thing doesn't slide around on the paint stick, and it's great. So by keeping both of them in the bag together, I've gotten a little bit of black on the white, but it just rubs off, whatever, it's fine as soon as you start using it. This one's kind of mushroomed out. When I go to use this again, I'm gonna, take the rubber band off like this. I'll take the rubber band off and push some of this up like that. Just wrap it a couple of times. And it's ready to use, and it's held in place pretty well. And then I'm gonna have to grind down all of this scab that's formed on it so that I expose it to the wet, raw, oil-based paint that's underneath. And it doesn't matter whether a surface is wet or oily or whatever. This stuff, I've noticed, just writes right over it. And man, oh man, are the Art Primo white and the Sakura black my favorite. Smooth and amazing to use, and nice lines. I love them, but I can't use them all times of the year. It gets really foggy here, it gets really wet, and the only thing I'm able to use is these. But, I don't mind it because they actually are awesome if you know how to use them properly, if you can, have the tricks and tips to get them to function properly and be low hassle. You know, a lot of the problem with this is you get paint all over your hands or whatever. If you just kind of take some simple little household items, you can make this a thing that just goes right in your pocket, you know, and whatever, as you need them, pull them out. So we're going to go over to some trains and we're going to check these out, and I think you're going to be surprised with how they perform on freights. It should be ready to go. Pour right here. Nice. Looks good. This is a table.